Welcome ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dragonstorm. I'm here to bring you another episode of Why Did I Buy? As you can see, I'm bringing you the new installment of the Total War series, Rome 2. Rome 2 is, if you're unaware, a real-time strategy game mixed with turn-based strategy game. I suppose. I'd say that's probably about right. Before we actually get into it, I'm going to quickly show you settings. This is quickly what you can get with it. Extreme is set automatically. It seems to be the standard thing for all, well, desktops, laptops, whatever you're playing it on. Because everyone of my mates has somehow started it on Extreme. So yeah, luckily you got a wide thing there. And then you've got, let's just check the advanced options. Pretty much everything I would expect in a Total War game, to be honest. Unit size, building details, look, nothing really new there at all. If you feel familiar with them, you should know what you want. If you're not, well, it don't really matter because I'm fairly sure that your computer will detect it anyway. So that's okay. Let's check sound. Yeah, nothing new there. Controls, battle interface. This is all stuff if you played the game that you should know. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just before we actually start, because I'm not going to, this won't actually happen. That's a multiplayer battle. I don't want that. Multiplayer campaign. I'm just going to quickly show you. Don't worry about that. It is unfortunately, Rome is unfortunately still 1v1, which I'm slightly disappointed at, because I feel like it could have been so much better with maybe 2v2, everyone v everyone, up to 4 players, maybe 6 players. But I'm going to assume it's something to do with the actual server they're trying to run it on and it won't allow them. Or maybe they did this intentionally, I'm not sure. Either way, that's the way it worked. You got the historical battles again. It's set in the same formation as Shogun 2. But unfortunately there are only the 4. Teutoburg Forest, if you're not familiar with it or if you've seen the trailer, then it's basically the one where it's Romans getting ambushed by some Germanians. Carthage, Battle of Carthage after the Second Punic War. The Nile, this is I haven't actually played this one. The other two I've actually played are Teutoburg Forest and Carthago. However, this one looks to be Romans versus Cleopatra. So Julius Caesar versus Cleopatra and Raphia. I have no clue what this is, but it looks to be. Ooh. So it looks to be a fight between the. This one looks to be a fight between the Egypt and the Seleucid Empire. So, but we're not going to go into them. What we're going to do, we are going to go into the actual campaign, and I'm going to show you. As you can see, I'm playing as Rome. I didn't really want to start playing as Rome, but I'm going to explain my reasons a little later on. So, yeah, standard thing. In the loading screen, you get tips, you get famous quotes from various historical people like Julius Caesar, Horace, Aristotle, people like them. And unfortunately they are pretty much the same as Rome. Although that one's pretty new to me. Yeah, I don't remember that one in Rome 1. So yeah, let's get into this. We know once it actually loads. Anytime you're ready. This could be slightly problematic. If this is the loading screen, then this is going to be annoying as hell. Also, I will mention, it is entirely possible that the game will be running slightly slow because of the recording software that I am using. But I hope that is not the case. So while we're in this, Rome doesn't actually take that much to load. I mean, from what I remember, the Creative Assembly devs, they put out a statement saying that Rome 2 would work reasonably well on some of the lower end stuff, and this is from what I can tell, this doesn't appear to be the case because my mate has a low-end laptop and it didn't go well for him at all. So raise forces. Right. As you can see, like this, as you can see, the micromanagement system has been dropped essentially, or rather, it's not been dropped; it's been condensed. For instance, in all previous Total War games, you would click on a settlement like so, and only get that settlement's details. However, by what they have now done is they've grouped certain settlements into a province, and this province is these two islands with the city of Alalia and the city of Karali, which is spelled with a K this time instead of a C. Okay, and from clicking either one of these two settlements, you can in fact control both of them. If you want to get to one, just do that. Nice and simple, no problem whatsoever. So yeah, as you can see, go away, I don't want you up. Right, as you can see in bottom right, I currently have little money, so I can't actually do anything this turn. What can I do with you? I can't go into attack you either, so I don't really want to attack. But yeah, you can also take a look at the income that I have, the food, and the year that it is. I'm glad they've put that in because it was an absolute pain in the ass trying to remember what year it was. And research and tech is no, not finances. Research and tech is still in it. Seeing as I am Romans, I'm going to go with a little bit more. When you look, yeah, I won't actually have this. No, well, yeah, actually, right clicking on anything pretty much will give you the wiki of it. They've included in, well, I say a wiki. They've included a full encyclopedia like they did in Shogun 2, and you may click on any of those to, well, look at it. If you're interested in looking at that stuff, yeah, you can do that. Siege. I want a little bit more siege. 16. I don't want that. Right. Well. I should note. You see this symbol here. You have to get this. For instance, in military, it's supply reforms before you can get any of these three, which are management, tactics, and siege. Similarly with civil, you must buy land management, well, research land management before you can get economy, philosophy, or construction. I think I will go with construction because I'm very advanced in military might right now. I mean, as you can see, I've got this fella here. This is what? Ooh. And I guess, looking at it, maybe 15 stacks. 15 men. Let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17 stacks. And as you can see, that banner is not even remotely full. This pretty much tells me that this whole you may have 40 units on a battlefield does in fact exist. I've never managed to get that far, but it does in fact exist, and I would very much like to get that high. As you can see here, there's Syracuse, which I do not yet own. It's the only part of Italy or the Italian peninsula that I do not own. But you know, what are you gonna do? There's nothing else that I can really do. So yeah, what I'll do now is I'll end. Mouse has stopped working. Right, here we go. Actually, before I end this turn, very quickly, this fella, you now have stances. This guy is currently in the ambush stance. However, if I was, because obviously it's the only way you can now ambush people, by setting them down somewhere and putting them in the ambush stance. However, you can also go, once my mouse starts moving. Stop failing me, mouse. This is bad. You can also go and fortify, raiding, and forced march, or no stands whatsoever. Each of these gives you specific penalties. For instance, fortify stance. You get all these bonuses once my mouse starts playing about. However, you cannot move. There's forces in the stance cannot move. Raiding stance. This is because you're 50% of your total movement range to assume it, right? Then it's minus 50 campaign movement range. However, 20% less upkeep for all land units, 5% morale for all units, but then you get more downside, which is public order loss, growth from raiding, and you incur diplomatic penalties with the raided factions. It's useful for keeping, it's really only useful for your people, keeping your men adequately fed, I suppose, while you're in enemy territory. And of course you got forced march, which basically gives you double movement range, but everything else is just really bad. So we don't want to do that. So let's end the turn. And then you get to watch the sheer bullshit of the amount of factions that there are in this game. There are literally every other game. You're waiting maybe 30 seconds for everyone to finish their turn. This one seems more like 10 minutes. Mainly because you go through your starter factions that you, for what I can tell, are playable or / major factions in the game. And then you get people like Edwy, Orswe, and all these people that you can't pronounce. These are all small factions, alright? It's no longer like Rome where, for instance, Gaul was just one giant faction. Gaul is now a million different factions. Same with the Germanic tribes. The Germanic factions are now a million different tribes. And that's the way that it now works. And to be quite honest, I feel that that is definitely the way to go. Because it's much more historically accurate, and it just feels much better to have. It just seems better in my opinion, it's just a better way to go. However, the downside of that is in this loading screen, where you have to go through every single one of them. It is literally like 100 factions at the start of this game. There are too many of them. However, there's not much that you can really do about it, bar kicking their asses and wiping them out of the game. However, to do that, you must now not only take every single one of their settlements, you must wipe out every single unit in the game. Okay? All previous Total War games, if you lost all your cities, what? Yeah, I will accept it. I quite like that. Accept the offer and excellent. If you want to, like, as I was saying, if you want to take out an entire faction, you must destroy everything about them. Their cities, their units, everything. Your event management, much easier to sort out. Unhappy populace. Yeah, well, I need to do shit down there first. You've also got these household stuff. I'll show you them in a bit. Oh my god, not more. Oh my god. Right. Now then. Right, you lot. You are supposedly not happy. So, what do I want? Do I want weapons for melee attack, armor? But as you can see, both of these, every single one of these options gives me a -4 public order because of squalor. As of yet, I have no clue how to get rid of squalor, but I suspect it's something to do with research. For instance, I need, there we go, aqueduct. So if I do that, I need the aqueduct, so I want that. I then get +2 public order per turn because of sanitation. So yeah, you need aqueduct, or its equivalent depending on what faction you're playing, to actually see it's faction availability only for Rome. Hence, yeah, so yeah, you must have everything else. You must have that. You must have, well, you don't need that actually, but yeah. And you also get gladiator school. Sweet. Right, so actually, no, go back. That is what I want. You are going for that because I can't build without incurring some sort of penalty. I can't build what I want to build without losing squalor. And in this one, for instance, I'm losing -6 food. However, I have 18 food, so I'm happy enough with that. I have quite a lot of food, and the more amount of food you have, I get more growth and more unit replenishment in all my regions. That is excellent. Right, now then, I feel I've spent enough time on this. I think I've covered everything on this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attempt a battle, and specifically I want to do this battle. Not because it's Carthage, because I want to show you the new system that it has on it. And I absolutely love this system. I mean, it's quite likely I'm going to lose the battle. Actually, can I go that one? Can I go to this one? No, I can't, because I'm not at war with them. That's unfortunate. However, there's a new thing in it where you can have sea land battles. If you've been keeping up with Rome 2, you will know this. If you haven't, I'm just going to give you a quick explanation. Basically, you must land your troops from the sea and then proceed to attack the city, the whatever it is you want. But unfortunately, I cannot do that. So what I'm going to do instead is, unfortunately this was going to take me a couple of turns and I'm not happy about that. But so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to attack Syracuse, or Syracuse, whatever. Anyway, it's currently known as Syracuse, and that's how we know it. So that's where I'm going to attack. So what I'm going to do now is do a little bit of editing just to advance to one of these battles. Okay, so you're not missing anything out, I hope. But oh, actually, no, I'm not, because I haven't actually explained everything quite yet on the campaign map. So once this fucking turn ends, I will do that. You know what? I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea or something, because this is just ridiculous. You son of a bitch. Okay, so it's quite okay because I'm getting attacked anyway, so I don't really need it. However, I'm not going to show you this battle because it's too small, and it'll also give me a chance to show you the auto resolve, which this one is better. So now, instead of just clicking auto resolve and you going off your morale bar, which is this thing up here, once my mouse starts moving, this thing, yellow, strength of my force, red, strength of their force. Now it's more a case of you click auto resolve and then you choose a stance, and your general will give you some predictions based on that. Win chance in this case is very high. That will not change. These are your troops, and this is the victory that your general will predict will outcome. So he thinks it will be a decisive victory. And then you've also got your remaining forces. Damn it, mouse! Stop it! Stop this! This is not right. Then you got the remaining force. This is more akin to, well, this will basically, whatever stance you choose, this is roughly how much of your forces will be left. You've also got this prediction accuracy, which is moderate, so you're not too great, not too good, not too crap either. So it's a good thing really, but not brilliant. So now you got the aggressive, which obviously is just aggressive. Right? Units will rush the enemy, usually more effective when the enemy has missile superiority. If retreat will not be an option for any size, but casualties. So that's the way. He definitely has missile superiority because I've only got 2. He has 3. That one would technically be the best to choose. Passive stance, well, balanced. No battle bonuses or penalties. Protective stance, basically just defensive formations. So yeah. How do I have range? I have 2 units, I have 3. How do I have range superiority? Whatever. So I'm going to go with the protective stance, and quite obviously I've won that. That was no problem whatsoever. Fuck you, Libya. And then you get this. You get to choose whether or not you want to release these captives. Get working. Release the captives, enslave them, or kill them. I'm going to enslave them because it boosts my economy. Because as Roman economy essentially worked on the backs of slaves. And that's what I want. It will be much better for me to do that. Now we got to wait for this again. Oh my god. I have another one that I'm not going to fight because it's still not the one I want. It's not giving me what I want. Right. I'm going to go for balance because it's much better. Also, that's pretty cool. On land battles, you actually get a little animation where these two guys' armies beat the shit out of each other. I'm going to slave them again. And then they're going to retreat. And now they don't have enough men. This faction has been destroyed. Excellent. Concealed agent. So yes, you do have agents. No, they're not entirely brilliant. Essentially this... Oh, no, like, no, go away! Nah. Fuck you. Population surplus. Excellent. No, you just got demolished. Right. You. I'm going to upgrade, and then I still don't have a workshop, so we'll build a workshop there because it's a good idea to have a workshop. I'm losing I'm losing 4 food there. I'll leave it for now. And there I'm also losing. No, I'll leave that. So I don't want either of them to. Alright, so now I'm going to quickly show you the diplomacy screen, and this is how it works. For instance, I can suggest targets to people. For instance, this guy. Currently, this fella and Syracuse, who I'm about to attack, are my what is it? Are my client states. So in other games, they would be known as my vassals, as are Liguara, who have asked me to join war a ridiculous amount of times, but they don't even need it, because look, they've got there, they've got there, they've got up here. They don't need my help. I don't want to give them my help anyway, because at some point I'm going to have to turn against them. So now, it's also, as you can tell, really easy to just find people here. Right, so you are unfriendly with me. Here's what's going to happen.
We are civilized.
We are going
so you may speak as you wish, and we will give you an honest answer.
We're going to declare war on you, because then I can actually go on the assault.
Your orders.
Obviously, you've got the stances here: raiding, patrol, and double time. Can't initiate battles, unfortunately, that one, which I don't want to do anyway. Patrol, establishing naval patrol in order to improve defense and support capabilities. Minus 25% pirates, 50% reinforcement range, and plus 10 melee defense skill. So yeah, let's just get on with it. I want to attack this. No, go! Don't go that way. That's not what I want. Right. Just before I start doing some major editing, just to quickly speed this battle up, I'm going to quickly show you how to what happens here. Recruit units is basically this button here, and these are the units I can currently recruit in this province. It's not in this city, it's in the province, from the entire province, which for this lot encompasses Rome, Neapolis, that city, and Ariminum. Ariminum you should remember from Rome 1. But the rest, except for maybe Rome, not so much. And that is essentially that. You can also recruit mercenaries, once I eventually manage to click him. And these mercenaries are dependent on the area you're in, and essentially what is available. That's essentially it. And finally, I'm going to show you how to recruit spies. Spies are simple. It's essentially the same as recruiting like raise force. You have to have a general now in your army. You just have to. So yeah, you guys cannot move if you guys can't. Well, your armies can't move if you don't have a general. And these are currently the available generals I have to choose from. For it, so there, for some reason, I'm going to lose support from senators, which I don't want. But I do want something from my house, and I'm House of Julia, so I'm going to choose him. We're going to reinstate. I don't want to reinstate either of those, so we'll just leave that. I'm not going to actually raise another force because I don't need to. Recruit agents works the same way. These are your spies. These are your dignitaries, which are very, very helpful. I suppose. I mean, I've never really used one. Luckily, you also get stats on the left here with the command, authority, and zeal, I believe, in that order. I'm not entirely sure, but these guys are all essentially the same. And then you get champions, which are like your assassins. So yeah, I do actually need some of both of these. So I'll recruit him.
My sword is yours.
And then I'll also recruit him.
How can I serve Rome?
And that is it. Okay, so I did in fact forget to mention one thing. There is this screen, which is the political type thing. It's basically a faction screen. However, there's political intrigue going on within Rome, and with me being House of Julia, as you can see, I only hold 24% of influence. House of Cornelia holds 13%, which is 65 out of 500 senators. Jesus Christ. House of Junior 37, and the other houses hold 27. So what I need to do, what you want to do is have the most percentage. And to do that, you've got to somehow, I haven't even remotely figured out how to do this, you have to learn, you have to do this political intrigue stuff. And voila, I've just gained another 7 senators, which has bumped up my influence a little bit and made him lose his. So yeah, that's essentially that. Now then, let's attempt to do this battle.
Yes. Forming a blockade.
Wait, what are these? No, I'm not.
None shall pass.
Let's get in there and
Next command.
fucking attack him. As you can see, I have 3 options, same as usual. Well, 4 options: maintain the blockade, attack, auto resolve, and retreat. I'm going to attack this, and let's get on with it. Right, he has 3. Oh my god, he has a lot of peltists. Great. This is going to be good. The thing I like about these battles are you need what is it? You need, specifically for ones with the walls and you're attacking purely from the sea, you need to use a lot of tactics. So that's what I'm going to do. Attempt to win this battle by the use of tactics. Because I have no siege equipment. So if this fails, I'm kinda screwed. Let's do this. I don't want fog. I'll take that. That could work. Right, let's see. Where am I? Oh my god, I'm miles away from where I want to be. I wonder, where's the best place for me to attack? That would be okay, but it requires a lot of fighting to get to it. I have to run up, got to run all the way up to there for it. And that's not really what I want to do. Best place is probably this gate. So, this is where your tactics come in. I'm going to have all of my ships here, with these 2 having a very special mission, because I guess I can only fit 2 ships in. So let's do this. Oop. Right. You too. Alright. you may not be able to see this, but in this game, I've lost it. In this, line of sight is everything. Right, let's land you lot over there. Let's land you lot there. And I'll pull you all into formation in a bit. There, as I said, line of sight is everything. I can only see these lot because they are on the walls. I can't see beyond these walls, and that is it. Oh, you scumbags. You scumbags, you got them there on the... damn it. This is going to be annoying. Okay, so yeah, as you can see here, I now have 2 tabs, ships and land units. I want my land units. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull these guys to there. We're going to have the dogs. This is a cool feature. I can just press space and then it helps me deploy much better. Put you guys there. Put you there. And we'll just put these guys here. Now, however, what I need to do is focus on these 2. First of all, I want you 2 up there. I want you even. Yeah, to go and attack them because I need to take out all these archers that they have. This is ridiculous. Why do they have so many archers? And once that tower's gone, and I'm sorted. I'm in the clear. They're all now converging on this tower to try and escape, or to try and kill me. Either way, they are going to get their asses whooped because these are not very good in melee. Okay, you know what? No. You can just march right up. Oh, wait, I see. That's a slight problem. There's still a lot of people there. However, you can still march right up there. So yeah, to win these battles, you either have to kill all the enemy, standard, or control points, which are, well, victory points, which are these up here. And they are generally, it's easier to kill all the enemy, but it is possible to win by victory points. And it's far better. It's much better rather than just going for the 1 victory point than to go for 3. And because then you have to leave someone behind to hold it, and it overall just makes for a much better game. Okay, so as you can see, unfortunately, playing Rome does not like it when I'm recording. So basically, that's really all I want to show you. I've included everything I needed to show you, other than the fact that you get unit abilities down here. I mean, for these, like, it's only for Testudo, but otherwise, yeah, you get certain abilities down there. And that is essentially it. Overall, I really like this game. I think it's a massive, it's definitely a big improvement over the previous games. Maybe not so much Shogun 2, because that made a big improvement over Empire, but otherwise, yeah, it's a really good game. I really enjoy it, and I really think that this should be a must-buy game. And if you don't feel that, well, then that's your choice. But I definitely think this should be a game you should buy. So, other than the slight problems where Rome doesn't seem to want to work anymore. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you all next time, and to be quite honest, I hope to see you online sometime, so I can kick your butt on it. So yeah, good luck, goodbye, happy spending, au revoir.